Hey YouTube, it is George back from Techspert.com bringing you this week's episode of App for the Week, and then I review up to 10 apps that I think you should have for the week. They range from anything from utilities to games. It's just overall cool apps that I think that are not known. So let's go ahead and jump and get started. If you want any of these apps, you can go ahead and download them in the description below. It'll send you straight to the Google Play Market where you can download them. Normally I include them in the annotations, but there's a problem with Google's annotations recently about them opening links. So let's go ahead and just go straight into the apps. The first app I'm going to review is an app I like to use quite a bit, especially if I'm away from home or just out on the road and I need to grab something from my computer, and I have it saved on my computer and I have it saved nowhere else. And the app I'm talking about is Jump Desktop. I used to be a user of TeamViewer, but the application didn't really help that much. It didn't have as much features. What Jump Desktop does is it connects you straight into your computer. You just need to be connected to 3G, 4G, or Wi-Fi. You don't have to be on the same network, and have the app installed on your, the program also installed on your computer. It works with iOS, and it also works with Windows, which is a big advantage to all of you Mac users who have an Android, which is admittedly rare. So let's go ahead and minimize. As you can see, I am actively recording right now. And let's go ahead and try to open a start bar right here. And there you go. It's very quick. It's very speedy. It's got tons and tons of options. It's got a quick and fast keyboard. It's definitely an app I recommend. It's completely free. It's easy to set up. It took me no more than 10 minutes to set up. And again, I highly recommend it, especially for those of you who just want to control your computer, or every now and then you might need to connect into your computer and grab a file that you didn't have on your phone before. It's helpful in a lot of situations, and go ahead and download it and give it a try. And let's go ahead and disconnect here. The next app we're going to be talking about right here is an app I actually like very much, especially since I'm pretty disorganized and I have trouble keeping up with things that I need to do sometimes, and it's Tasks and To Do. It does exactly what the app says it might do. You can make tasks and to-do lists, but above and beyond that, this has Google Tasks integrated, which basically means once you create a task in here, it's going to send it to your email. It's going to send it to other Android devices that have Google Tasks, which is, by the way, is all Google devices, and you'll have your schedule everywhere. Another useful application about that is if you're managing with teammates, coworkers, or colleagues. Just make sure you have this all installed on your phone, and you could share your to-do things with each other. And it's got great little applications. You can set reminders, set priorities to urgent. You can make it so where your phone doesn't stop ringing until you take care of the task. It's a great utility, and I use it a lot, quite often, just to remember things. And it's definitely worth a download. Again, this one is free completely. It does have ads on it, but as you can see, they're definitely not obtrusive. They're right here at the bottom of the screen, and you can barely tell they're there. So let's go ahead and move on to our next app. The next app is an app I'd like to call, well, actually it is called Hipster. Now, it's similar to what Instagram has to offer, except it's been around a little bit longer than Instagram. And the awesome thing about it is that it compiles the social network behind the pictures. You do have an option to connect with Facebook if you want, or you can sign up with an independent username. Basically, it takes you're getting all the pictures of people who have been taking pictures with Hipster and uploading to them. It could be anything from, I don't know, a tree reflecting in a pond, black and white, those artsy pictures. And sometimes they're a little bit more touching, like this couple right here, they're kissing, and it tells me exactly where they took the picture of, what's it about, and things like that. It's a great little app, especially if you're into amateur photography, or you just want to see what people are taking pictures of. It definitely is a great app. And there you go. It doesn't have a landscape mode just yet, unfortunately, but you do need to log in and sign up. Signing in and logging up doesn't cost anything. Again, this app is a great app for all of you amateur photographers, and it definitely, you can see into other people's lives, which is amazing. You get a cool little selection of other people's works as well, so you can download them, use it as a cool new desktop. Again, this is an app I highly recommend. At least try it once, and it definitely in my opinion is better than Instagram's little menu. And the next app we're going to be talking about is an app that's actually saved my ass on a lot. I'm a college student, so I'm used to making flashcards and studying a lot. Unfortunately, sometimes I can't carry my papers around with me anywhere, and this is where this app comes in. It comes from the website StudyBlue.com, and what StudyBlue.com is where you can make your flashcards online and you can study it online. Now, what this app does is it pulls your profile from online to get your flashcards that you made, and then you're able to study them on your phone. So let's go ahead and let's just give a test. Let's study again, for example. You study now, and the great thing is about it is you stay organized. You can complete these in classes, and it's a very smooth app. You just click, and it's just like a card. You just give a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up if you got it right, thumbs down if you got it wrong. And there's the answers on the back. Again, these can be ranging from anything. You can write notes, flashcards, and you're just studying them on your phone. It's definitely an app I recommend for students or anyone who just needs to study something. Again, that app is called StudyBlue. You need to set up your account first on StudyBlue.com and then download the app. Of course, both of those, are completely free. The next app I want to talk to you about is an app called Vocalize for Facebook. Of course, it has Facebook in the name, so it has something to do with Facebook, right? Basically, this is for people who like to update their status a lot, or just want to do it hands-free. As you can see, this app is right now picking up my voice and is going to put it into text to upload straight into YouTube. So I'm going to stop talking for a second, so it's going to register everything I said into a status. Okay, and as you can see, it's a very accurate thing. It picked up most of it. I wasn't ready, so there are some few wrong words. And again, this isn't just for posting up status, but if you want to, you can just post it as simple status, or I can share it to different, two different profiles, post on a friend's wall, things like that. It's a great little hands-free app for people who use Facebook a lot. I get a lot of use out of it sometimes if I just want to write a quick note down, upload it to Facebook, and it uses Google's voice tool, so it's a great recognizer for the voice. The next app I want to talk to you is Pics or Pics Later. It's just simply known as Pics in the marketplace. Basically what this does is works a little bit like Hipster and Instagram, but it's a much more intensive photo editing tool. You have the option, let's go ahead and exit out of this. You have the option of selecting a photo you already have on your computer, or you have a chance of taking one with the camera. Let's go ahead and take one for the camera so you can get an idea. And we're just going to take one of, I'm going to turn around and take one of my laptop real fast. And as you can see, I just took a picture of my laptop right there. It's not the greatest picture in the world, so let's go ahead and just save it. And it's going to upload onto the program. And then you're going to give different ways of filtering. Not only that, that would just be Instagram. You're also given different tools to mess with it too. You can add smoke effects, bling effects, basically everything that you want. And you can widen it. You can touch up the picture a little bit, add a border around it to make it, artistic. Apparently that's art nowadays. But it's definitely an app I recommend for those of you who like to photo edit tools. That like photo editing tools and like to edit them on your phone. It's quick, it's easy, you don't have to get on your computer, and you can just send them from here straight to Facebook, much like Instagram, but this definitely is a more powerful editing tool. The next app that I'm going to be discussing is an app called Tasker. Now, normally I don't review apps that cost money. I try to stay away from them. Try to get to the apps that are a little known, are for free. They're good apps that the developers put hard work into. But this next app I get a lot of use out of. And what Tasker does is basically allows you to set permissions and things on your phone that you normally wouldn't be able to do. Again, this doesn't require root at all. Now, to get a grasp of what Tasker actually does is that, let's say you're in Pandora and your earphones unplug, and sometimes Pandora stops playing or shuts down Pandora. That's the normal setting in Pandora. Well, in Tasker, I can set it to where Pandora doesn't shut off if my earphones come out, but I can just set it to a lower volume. Oops. It looks like it stopped working. Let's see if we can start it up here again. Some minor technical difficulties. But that is what Tasker does. You can also set it to do certain phone permissions. Okay, and for example, let's just create a quick profile, optional. And I can go to basically anything, set it anything in case an event happens, what happens when an application opens, what happens during the time of day, what happens when I'm in a certain place, and what happens in the state of the phone. So let's go ahead, just for an example, let's go to the state of the phone. We're going to go to the power section, and we're going to go to battery level. So I can set it from battery level 5 to battery level 4. I'm going to go ahead and just check that. And we can set it to do different things, like my phone can turn off once it's in between these power levels. I can set my phone to a battery saving mode as long as it gets to these levels, and etc, etc. It's really a great app. You can do much more with it. It is on the pricey side. It's about $5.94 on the app, so it's a pricey app, but it's a very powerful app, and you'll get out of it what you put in and what you set. Again, it's a great app. I highly recommend it for those of you who want to customize your apps, how things open, and what happens. You can also set custom password screens. It's a fantastic app. Now, the last app I'm going to be covering is an app called AirDroid. Some of you may have heard this, and actually I was going to cover this in the last video. But what AirDroid does is basically, once you're connected to your Wi-Fi network, the same Wi-Fi network that your laptop is connected to, you can connect from your laptop into your phone. So it basically does the opposite of what Jump Droid does. You can control your phone from your laptop. The way this is useful is you can control files, you can control apps, you can control devices anywhere from here. It's good for managing contacts, managing your data files. You can organize them into neat little folders, and definitely edit things and send text messages as well. Again, the downside to this is what I mentioned earlier, is that you have to be connected to the same Wi-Fi network, otherwise it won't work. So you can't leave your phone at home and then access it from, a browser at work or at school. It just won't work. Hopefully maybe in the future they'll implement that, but as of right now it doesn't work. Again, it's called AirDroid, and it's an application that lets your computer control your phone and manage your apps, your files, send text messages, and basically organize your phone. It's a great app. Again, I highly recommend it, and you can find that download in the description below. And that actually concludes this week's episode of Apps for the Week. If you have any other apps you want me to review later on in next week's episode, or you just want me to check one out that you think I should take a look at, just let me know in the comments or in a message. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. Again, we're going to have much more episodes coming out. And thank you very much for watching.